Maybe. Let's go there. Dewi, what's wrong? You look so sad.
Why do people always give me bad stereotype just because I'm from Madura?
Oh, Dewi, don't let it bother you. Sometimes people judge without really knowing the truth. It's okay, Dewi. Dewi, come on, Dewi, let's go home.
Yeah, if they don't wanna help, like just like.
Okay, do you think we were to win today?
I don't know, maybe not.
But she got a good grade well with help. Maybe we should ask her for help instead of judging her.
I feel embarrassment to ask her.
It's okay. We will apologize together.
Okay.
Dewi, we are sorry. We have been treating you unfairly.
Yeah, Devi, we shouldn't have looked down on you just because of your ethnicity.
I forgive you. I'm glad you realize that.
Yeah, that's right. We live in Indonesia full of cultural ethnicities. Yeah, we should respect and tolerate difference.
Can we study together?
Of course. Let's study together.
Let's go. Good afternoon, guys. So we will interview Kak Rian about stereotype Maduris. Good afternoon, Kak Rian.
Good afternoon.
Can we interview Kak Rian about stereotype Maduris?
Yes, of course. Let's go.
Okay.
First,
Yeah, the first is
as a Madura student, have you ever experienced racist treatment from other students due to stereotype about Maduras, either on or off campus?
Okay. Thank you so much for the best question that I have us now. So yeah, have I gotten racist in campus as Madras people? So yeah, as Madras people, of course, even though we are living in Madras, living in Madura Island, but because Universitas Trunojo Madura is consists of not only Madras but it consists of Javanese Island and even Sumatra, Ikan Masu, like that. So yeah, the stereotype about Madras is very different. But what is the actual reactions? What is the actual thing? It's different. Like what we say, like what as we know that stereotype is just assumptions of people who came from outside Madras itself. So yeah, if you ask that, have I ever get a racist? Yes, of course. But it's not only about the races. You're black. No, it's not like that because they are black too. Because yeah, we are in the same race. But the thing that exploded in social media, like Madura suka nyolong besi, like that. Madura suka nyolong besi, and the most biggest one is Charok, right? Now, what is Charok itself is not happened. They are not concluding about Charok in campus. But the besi itself, Madura suka nyolong besi, the besi itself, yeah. There are many people say that kamu Madura ya, wah pasti besi. Kamu Madura ya, pasti nyolong besi, like that. So yeah, I ever got like that. But how to handle it? It depends on me. There are many things. There are many ways to handle it. But one of my tips, one of my way to handle that racist, that is, I often believe to myself. I try to break the expectations about the stereotype itself.
Next, do you think the stereotypes are true, and how do you think they formed?
The stereotypes are true or not? Yeah. I think it depends. But the stereotype, it can be true or it can be not. It depends on how people get a perspective about that. If in my own perspective, the stereotype of Madura is is often stealing iron. If you live in campus environment, of course you will not and you will never found people like that or Madras like that. But if you come to Madras from West Madras, for example, Sumeneb, Sampang, and Pamekasan, you'll find it. But it is not about all of the people. It's oknum. It's just several people do like that. So yeah, you cannot say that all of Madras like that because one or two people or two stealing. Yes, you can say it as oknum like that.
Okay.
How do you respond to the stereotype you often hear about Madras?
Okay. Thank you so much. The response that I get, that I used to do when people say that or racist to me about Madras, for example. For the first one, of course, I have two reasons and I have two ways in the offline and the online. In the online one, I often make a video about Madras and all of my identity, like I am the Madras one. We can speak up, we can say it in English, we can learn, we can be smart and can be competent in environment that mostly consists of Japanese people like that. So yeah, in the online side, I often make a video about grammar. I often make a video about my daily life, my daily life, the float, for example. Yeah, I use my identity as Madras people. And then the offline one, I try to become number one in the class, number one in the competitions like that. So yeah, and all of the competitions that I've ever gotten, that is, for example, speech, for example, storytelling, I often bring Madras as my tools, like that.
Next, do you think the stereotypes are true, and how do you think they formed?
The stereotypes are true or not? Yeah. I think it depends. But the stereotype, it can be true or it can be not. It depends on how people get a perspective about that. If in my own perspective, the stereotype of Madura is is often stealing iron. If you live in campus environment, of course you will not and you will never found people like that or Madras like that. But if you come to Madras from West Madras, for example, Sumeneb, Sampang, and Pamekasan, you'll find it. But it is not about all of the people. It's oknum. It's just several people do like that. So yeah, we cannot say that mothers, all the mothers like that because one or two people or two stealing. Yes, can say it as unknown like that.
Despite all the stereotypes, are you still proud and confident about being English?
Okay, I got it right now. So yeah, being mothers were, of course, I have many reasons, but one thing, only one thing. My reason is because I was born here. My mom is come from here. Of course, I'm very proud of being mothers people. But one thing that I have to change is one of my dreams is to become the thing or revolutionary who can manipulate or who can break down all of that stereotype about mothers. For example, in this era there are many influencers who did like that. For example, you know Kadam Siddiq.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kadam Siddiq is from Madras. Yeah, it can Kadam Siddiq, Tretan Muslim, Mahfud ND, yeah, all of them. Yes, all of them. So yeah, even though I live in Madras, if they still ask about the stereotype, yes, of course, it's okay if they still use that stereotype about Madras. But I have said to you that we have what is that? We have the obligations to break the stereotype, and then the stereotype is natural like that. Having the stereotype, of course, all the things in this world having the stereotype like that. Even American, even Arabic, they have stereotype itself.
Okay, thanks Kak Ian for your
How do you feel about this? And what are your hopes for people who look down on minorities based on what they heard?
Okay, got it. So yeah, about how to ban the racist. Like what I said just now, to decrease that races into Madras people, it's for Madras itself. We have to be more interactive. We have to be more active, and we can competing and live in Japanese people, between Japanese people like that. We can say we can use tool like in online, like what I said just now, or whether in offline. For example, when you want to be for example, Dewi. For example, Dewi is one of Madras people, and then she's living in the class that which is environment is pure or milking with Japanese people like that. So you have to be active and to break the stereotype that Madras people is stupid. Madras people is like this. No. Many of my friends says that. Oh my God, I'm shocked. I thought, why you are so smart? Why you are so be active? What I think, in my opinion, what I think before I came to this university, Madras people, I will compete with Madras people, and I will not be loose in competing with Madras people. And in upside down, it's different. It is not relatable with my expectations. They said like that. So yeah, by doing that, of course, indirectly, we seems like promotions. They promote Madras itself when they back to Japanese, for example. When they back to Sumatra, they will say that Madras is like this, Madras is like this. So by that little things, we can build things, big things later on. Like that.
Thank you Kalian for your time, and
I know more about Mandarins than stereotypes.
Yes, of course. Thank you so much for hearing me. My God, yes. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of to become your interviewee.
Say hi to comment.
Hi.